Howdy, howdy, howdy. Looking to get things underway here in just a couple minutes. Say what's up. Let me know you're here. No Cale Makar for the second game in a row, unfortunately. Hopefully he gets better and is able to join the series at some point. Top line needs to be a lot better today. Yo, what's up? Waiting for the stream to start. ESPN loves to make me wait. Avs a lot, Vegas not so much. Yep, your go-to answer that I really like. I'm ready. How's it? ESPN Plus, you are the bane of my existence. I wish they would just start the stream already. It is tradition. Just waiting to get going here. Now we finally got the stream. There we go. Hopefully we can break through that Vegas, that middle area. They've been blocking the front of the net really well the whole time. Nice. As need to make sure to take it back here. We can't go back. We can't go to Vegas down 0-2. We need to make it 1-1 after this. Who you got for first goal scorer tonight? I have got Logan O'Connor. We had it's announced Nick Blankenberg will be back in instead of Jack Ashan. And the lines are going to be the exact same as the last game. The only difference is Bednar said he is not going to wait to switch it up if it's not working earlier on. He's not going to wait until the third period to get things shaken up. Avs need to strike first as well. That'll be big. Huey Krupp. There you go. Huey Krupp to clinch it. You know, I love how games are always set to start at 7 o'clock, and then they don't drop the puck until about 7:10 to 7:15. I'm in Central Time, by the way. Alrighty. Hopefully we get Makar to go on this road trip. If Makar does not travel with the team, it'll show he won't be at least there until Game 5. Hopefully we can get Makar back. It's a big part of our defense. It's a big part of our offense, too. Taze just doesn't entirely look completely comfortable on the top power play sometimes. I feel like Malinsky on that top power play might work a little bit better. Yeah, the Canes did get clapped. Not only that, they got clapped early. I had always thought... Look, I had always thought the Canes had not faced anyone that was any difficult. And now they're facing the Canadians. And their superstar goalie gave up 4 goals in the first 12 minutes. That's going to be a series, just like ours is. Yeah, dominated for sure. That's Slavkovsky goal, the 5th one. That was nasty. Absolutely disgusting. 8 minutes to puck drop, so 7:15 is the official puck drop time. Let's see what is going on. Chatter across the interwebs. What I think is cool is that there's at least one Canadian team in the Final Four. Yeah, because a Canadian team hasn't done it in 30 plus years. I'd love to keep it that way. I'd love if the Avs won. MacKinnon for first goal. That'd be great. He lost his 6-game scoring streak, so he needs to get that going again. Yeah, I know. Before this, he had only missed one playoff game, and that was because of the suspension against Seattle in 23. That whole series was a mess. Seattle still won't get over the fact that Makar made that hit. What I was thinking is it must have been like a dislocation or something like that. And it's probably going to be something that he's going to be getting surgery on in the offseason, trying to maintain it well enough to see if he can get back in the playoffs. Yeah, his injury must be pretty bad. To keep Cale Makar out of the playoffs, it's got to be pretty bad. If you looked at our offensive and defensive breakdown from the last game, our best players were actually Brett Kulak and Ross Colton. I'm a big Ross Colton lover. He's my favorite. Love that guy, especially from when we got him from Tampa. I was like, oh, we saved him from the bad guys. Oh, is that in Chell? That's so funny that he got a playoff chem card. Leafs didn't even make the playoffs, and no Leafs player should have a playoff chem card unless they're from a team that they won a cup with. Yeah, I figured. I still haven't even like played too much Hut this year. Marty Necas, yeah, that's the jersey I'm wearing is Marty Necas. Hopefully, he's kind of been more of an assist guy this postseason. What's he got at like 10 points, 9 assists, and 1 goal? I'd love to see Necas get a cup. I'm calling it here. Marty Necas offensive explosion. He gets a hat trick. Respectfully, I don't want Vasilevsky. Nice. I think the 88 just looks really clean on the jersey. And you know, if he ever does something unforgivable and leaves the team or something like that, you can tear off one of the 8s and you got a Makar jersey. Yeah, I'd love to get a Marty party started here early on. I would love to see Avs goal first 5 minutes of the game. That's what I'm predicting right here. I'm like anxious with excitement. I'm excited for the game, but I'm also like, you know, there's angst in the air. And they got Jelly Roll singing the anthem for the Western Conference Finals, apparently. I'm not very familiar with his music.
We could be a little bit better than we were in game one. We cleaned up a couple of those things. One of the things that also play.
Jelly Hole. Yeah, it would be tough, but it's not impossible because that's exactly how Vegas beat us in, was it, what, 2020, 2021? One of those two? They beat us. We won games 1 and 2, and they swept the rest. So never say never. But I'd love to make it 1-1, so we don't even have to think about being down 2 games. Now just waiting for the national anthem to get started and going, and we'll be underway. Amanda Hawkins always doing the national anthem for the Avs. Let's see what lines that they got out there to start. Looks like we got the top line to start. MacKinnon, Necas, and Landeskog with Taze and Malinsky at the back line. There's been a few times we've started the game with Burns and Manson on the ice. Or Burns and Kulak. I'm like, you want to get the slowest defensive pair out there to start the game? Yikes. I think that was game 5 against Minnesota, where Minnesota got started in the first 30 seconds. Nichushkin 4 points. I love that. Second and third line were the highlight of the last game. Apparently Brock Nelson wasn't rated very high on offense in the last game, but I visually he looked better than he has offensively. Avs just need to find the net. I'm sick of hitting posts, and I'm also sick of hitting the center of the goalie. Alrighty. Yeah, we pass way too much. Specifically, like, the guys that are... Martin Necas and Lehkonen, those guys are, like, goal scorers. I don't understand why they're passing the puck 30 times. Martin Necas finishes this game with less than 1 shot on goal, or less than 2 shots on goal, I'm going to be pissed. Alrighty. Here comes face-off for the opening draw. MacKinnon against Eichel to get it started. I've got the scoreboard and everything ready. Let's get underway. Avs win the face-off. Taze and Malinsky back in the blue line. Chipped forward by Necas. Landeskog giving chase in the Vegas zone. Knocks a Vegas player down. And Necas comes up with the puck behind the net. Necas loses it. Landeskog gets it. Pinches it to the top. Taze down around the boards. MacKinnon misses it. Necas gets it around to Malinsky. Malinsky with a shot blocked right away. And Vegas dumps it in deep. Right on net. Wedgwood is going to cover up. So, middle of the ice is not open already. Don't love that. What's up, Mark? Let's get going. Blankenberg in for Ashawn today. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Puck behind the Avs net. Vegas has it. Carlson tried to take a shot, got blocked by Nelson. Another shot blocked by Burns. Pinched up to Lehkonen. Lehkonen pitches it forward. Icing is waved off. Vegas gets the puck at the boards, but Avs are giving chase. Gets it around, and Vegas gets it out. Tried to hit Marner, but it gets into the Avs zone. Avs will collect. Here's Kulak behind the net. Wait, is Mark Stone playing? I actually didn't even see that. There's Hurdle. Hurdle took a shot. Shot on net. There was a lot of traffic in front of Wedgwood, but Wedgwood able to make the save. Vegas is cycling a little bit. Puck is deflected out of play. What's up, Keegan? Did it show him on the lineup, or did it show him as a scratch? Because I didn't hear anything about Stone. That was a prime chance for Vegas right there. That could have been bad. All right, here's Drury at the faceoff. Drury against Dowd. Drury wins it. Blankenberg skates around with it. Skates up ice, tries to break it out. Gets it in. Chases around the boards. I don't know why he lifted his stick there. Avs tried to keep it in, not able to keep it in. Colasar and Kelly turns it over, so Dowd is able to get it down low. Kelly gets it back behind the net. Out to Blankenberg, and Blankenberg will skate it out of the zone. Whipped around the boards. Drury pinned up against the wall with Hannafin. Here's Logan O'Connor. Drury gets the puck out of the boards. Not quite. And it bangs out to Hannafin in the Vegas zone. Here comes Anderson, and he throws it around the boards as well. Everyone going to get a change right now. Drury does a kind of a spin pass. Actually hits Taze. Necas gets a pass across. It's kind of in the air. MacKinnon takes a bit of a reverse hit, tries to get it across, ends up in the slot as shot, and it was blocked by Hannafin. Just Vegas sticks and legs everywhere. They're getting blocks on everything. Here comes the Avs again. MacKinnon tried to dump it in, but it was turned over. Taze gets the puck and throws it around the boards. Deflected out of, or into the Vegas bench. So 16:55 on the clock. Landeskog, who had the shot in the slot, gets it right off of the hand of Hannafin. Or the knee. Avs have not scored a first period goal in the last 4 games. That needs to change soon. It's been bad. Puck deflected into the Avs zone. Avs get it out. Send it all the way back to Vegas. Nelson gets it at center ice. Chips it in deep. Kind of got hit weird in the back. Nick Waugh up against the board. Shot from the point. Got on net. Into the slot. Not quite able to get it. Vegas able to push it out is Howden. Here comes Marner. Marner drops it back to Marner. Marner in close. Good pad by Scott Wedgwood. Able to make a huge save on Marner right there. Vegas has had some good opportunities early. I'm not liking what I'm seeing defensively, but the Avs offense has had some opportunities too. But yet again, Vegas just always gets down and blocks shots really well. Turnover by Vegas. Good play by Kadri. Kadri tried to get it across, not able to get it there. Taze gets it after it was deflected out. Taze tried to make a pass across to Manson, not able to get there. Good back check by Nichushkin, but not able to get it out. Shot on net. Puck is tried to do a wraparound, was Hurdle, but good defense there by Taze, able to block the corner. Puck is sent around here. Sawed behind the net. Sent in the middle. Puck is underneath Wedgwood. It's bouncing around. Don't know where it is. Oh, Wedgwood covered it with his blocker. Was able to get it out. Kadri's going at it on the side. Can't see who it's with. Nelson's back check on that opportunity by Marner was not great there. Marner tried to stop on Wedgwood, almost got him, but Wedgwood kept the pad down. And Wedgwood keeping the legs closed the whole time. Good job by him. Wedgwood's been strong early. We got 15-24 on the clock. Here's Malinsky. Malinsky skates it out. Passes it to the outside to Landeskog with the one-timer, and it's glove saved by Carter Hart. 93-mile-per-hour slap shot by Landeskog. Hasn't skipped a beat. The story of this whole series so far, I think, has been Vegas getting in the way of shots and passes. It just feels like their sticks are like 4 inches wider. Shots on goal are 4-2 in favor of Vegas. Avs win the faceoff. MacKinnon tried to get it to Malinsky, but it went out of the zone, so the Avs have to send it back around the boards. Vegas tries to chip it out, and they instead get it all the way out. Here comes Vegas. Shot goes wide around the boards. Theodore down low. Deflection off of, I don't know who it was. Deflection went off somebody's leg and actually ended up being a prime opportunity for Vegas. Puck goes around the boards. MacKinnon is behind. Tries to turn around. He's kind of pinched against the wall. Stays with it, though. Tries to get it across. Yet again deflected by another Vegas stick. Colorado Avalanche and puck luck does not belong in the same sentence. We never get that. Puck is dumped in deep by Vegas. Tays giving chase with Dorofeev in tow. Avs get it out. Logan O'Connor banged up against the board. Anderson takes a shot. It goes right out of play. Shots right now are 7-2 Vegas. A lot of rush opportunities for Vegas early on already. Yeah, we got 2 shots on goal, but it really feels like we should have about like 5 if it wasn't for so many block shots. Vegas just annoys me with how much they clog up the shots from everywhere. I will not be commenting on anything regarding Carter Hart and his whole situation outside of the ice. I'm not going to talk about it, so we're going to leave it at that. How much time's on the clock? 13:57 on the clock. Let's adjust that real quick. Yeah. So for the game so far, Avs actually have more block shots, so that means that Vegas actually has the higher amount of shot attempts, which sounds about right. But the Avs have blocked 4 shots. The Avs have 4 hits. Avs also have 3 giveaways, but they have 1 takeaway to Vegas' 0. Avs are 5 for 6 on the faceoff, though. Let's keep that trend up. That'd be lovely. Faceoff in the Avalanche zone. Face off in the Avalanche zone. Carlson versus Nelson. Avs win the face-off again. Here comes Kulak. Kulak tries to send it in deep, but his stick was lifted. Carter Hart plays the puck. Tries to get around the boards. Kind of does, but the Avs are able to get it from them. Puck sent along the boards. Kulak to recover. Around the wall behind the net. Lehkonen gets it to Nelson. Nelson up top. Out to Manson. Manson with the shot. Goes wide. Nelson tried to take a shot. That was blocked. I do not see Mark Stone, so see at the bottom of the screen, it must have been him listed as a scratch. Dowd for Vegas was dumped along the boards. He's still kind of down on top of the puck. Him and Marner and Lehkonen are tied up right now. Puck squeaks out to Vegas. Vegas got it along the boards, dropped it to Marner. Marner down low. Hurdle tried to take a sharp angle shot, not able to get there, and the puck careens off the wall out the zone. So Colorado makes a change. Long shift right there for that third line. Puck is deflected in the zone behind the net. Avs pick up. Burns will try to chip it up the boards, but I think it got just out of the zone, so they're going to call it offsides. Right there on Sissons. 12:35 on the clock. Kadri versus Sissons. Kadri gets kicked out, so it's going to be Colton and Sissons. Colton wins it. Actually, Colton got it to the side, and Vegas was able to fight for it, so I guess technically not. Blankenberg chips it up the boards. Avs get it out the zone. Nichushkin giving chase with Hanifin. Not able to beat him there, but pins him against the board. Good back check. Or good forecheck, my bad. Blankenberg with it back. Chip forward by the Avs. There's Nichushkin skating around the boards. Whipped around by Carter Hart. Anderson kind of misplayed it. Puck was tried to be tipped out right into the chest of Landeskog. Kept in. Malinsky skates in. Shot blocked by Hanifin again. Lehkonen tried to chip it forward. It was off of another player again. Here comes Necas. Necas tried to skate in, but was hit by Anderson. Landeskog with a big hit on Hanifin. Tays with the puck. Gets it all the way out to Malinsky. To the middle to Landeskog. Landeskog misses MacKinnon, but MacKinnon gets it and sends it in. Carter Hart plays it to the wall. Not able to get it out. Landeskog gets it into the slot. Here's MacKinnon in the slot. Shot was saved by Carter Hart. Good move by MacKinnon. Puck is tipped in by Vegas. Behind the net was Dorofeev. Tried to wrap around, kind of take a shot at Wedgwood. Not able to. Necas shoots the puck in deep so the top line can get a change. Not a bad shift by the top line there. Wedgwood tried to get the puck out. Almost got it in the trapezoid. Not quite. Puck is tipped forward to Logan O'Connor. Played forward. Logan O'Connor takes a shot with Carter Hart way out of position. But he gets it. And Logan O'Connor was tackled to the ground. A lot of hands in the face of O'Connor. A lot of fighting here. Parker Kelly has two Vegas players on him. It's Coughlin, somebody else. Logan O'Connor got absolutely tackled there. That felt like some sort of roughing penalty should have been called. Hanifin's been blocking a lot of shots early on. MacKinnon's shot was a good one. Tried to go 5-hole, but Carter Hart closed the pads. Avs should have tried to make a pass there instead. I like the shot attempt. I like the mentality to taking a shot attempt, but Avs should have tried to find an open shot since he was so far out of the net. Logan O'Connor just didn't really have an angle on there. Looks like there's a spot on the ice that they got to clean up. 10:41 remaining in the first. They seem to have fixed the delay there. Here's Nelson with the face-off in Vegas zone. Face-off was fought for and won by Vegas. Puck sent out. Here comes Marner. Marner tried to make a move. Good poke check by Manson. Manson recovers. Gets it out the zone. But Vegas recovers it. Vegas has 2-on-2 kind of opportunity. Guy loses his edge. Avs are able to get it out. Avs have a little bit of numbers. Kadri gets it in too slow, so it's going to be offsides. Shots are 7-4 for Vegas. Carter Hart was involved in a situation that involves not something I'm going to really discuss, but you're more than welcome to look up the reason why he is not so beloved in the NHL. Landeskog loses the face-off to Hurdle. Vegas gets the puck up and out, goes off an Avs player, so it won't be icing. Burns to collect, sends it around the boards. Puck is sent out. Necas in the center of the ice, skating around. Tries to take a shot, but it's blocked by McNabb. Puck was sent around the boards. Burns with another weird kind of slap one-timer pass. Not really effective, but, you know, it's a shot, I guess. It goes wide. Puck comes out. Burns will collect back in the Avs zone. Top line still out. Necas coming off the ice. Almost had too many men there because I think Burns didn't realize Necas was going to go to the bench. Necas now skating out there. MacKinnon sends it in deep. I think it was time for a change for him too. Necas and Colton down low. Here comes Kadri. Kadri with the shot. Goes off the shoulder of Carter Hart. Taze to Kadri. Kadri not able to settle the puck. Puck is sent in by Colton. Kadri giving chase. He gets a hit. And Vegas gets the puck out. Eichel was trying to get with it, but not quite. Icing called on Vegas. 8:54 on the clock. Hey, I don't know how to say your name, Poncho, but the clock does not update in real time. I have to update it manually. I do not have a working scoreboard app on my OBS right now, but working on that with my bosses right now. Yeah, I don't feel like there's been unfair calls this series, other than the flop on that one penalty. Which calling an embellishment in the playoffs is hard to do sometimes. I get it. You're going to get ridiculed either way. Vegas comes through. Puck is deflected on net. Wedgwood will stay with it and cover up. $8:42 on the clock. Oh, okay, commercial break. Let's check up on how the statistics are panning out so far. Yeah, that was rough too. The beard makes up for the clock. I appreciate it. I put in the effort to redo this every time. All right, shots on goal are 8-5 for Vegas. Face-off percentage is 63.6% for the Avs and 36.4 for Vegas. Hits are 8-7 Colorado. Block shots are tied up at 6. Giveaways are also tied up at 3. And the Avs have 2 takeaways. That is the entirety of the game. So Vegas has had rush chances. Colorado really hasn't. But I think the game, they're still feeling it out again. The series is still not entirely set in the ways. I don't think either team is playing exactly how they want to play. Vegas got there in the end of the last game, but things are just knotted up at center ice right now. We are back. They're talking about the Cale Makar injury. His injury was originally all the way back against Calgary earlier in the season. It's the same shoulder. Yeah, I think Cale Makar, if he does come back, he's going to be real cautious around the boards. And I think that's why they're not putting him in the lineup right now, is because they want him to play at 100%, and him playing at like 60%, kind of being scared of hits, is not going to be good for the team. As won the faceoff, but not able to get it out the zone. Manson gets the puck out, and it's going to go all the way down, probably an icing. Icing it is. Vegas wins the faceoff in the Av zone. Marner has it. Takes a shot, goes wide. Anderson with it at the point, chips it in deep. Looks like that's Howden against the boards with Ross Kulak on him. 3 Avs, 3 Vegas players along the boards, not able to get the puck out. Finally comes out. Manson able to go and collect and get it out the zone. Not very cleanly, though, as Vegas is able to get it right back at center ice. Here's Marner skating back, giving his guys a chance to change. Kind of a reverse hit there from Manson. Puck sent to the slot. Kind of a dangerous area. Luckily, no Vegas players were around. Puck is kept in by Theodore. Kind of makes a shake. Takes a shot on net right into the chest of Wedgwood. Manson and Kolesar. That'd be a heavyweight battle right there. I'd love to see a Manson and Kolesar tilt. Yeah, give Makar the opposite-handed stick and just have him stick out there with a poke check. .7:41 on the clock. Nine shots to 5. Avs win the faceoff. Burns with it. Gets it out to Kelly. Goes off his skate. Out the zone, but Vegas collects and sends it around. Blankenberg behind the net. Turns it up ice. Getting hounded from behind. Should be a penalty. Then gets hit. It didn't call nothing. There's Burns along the boards. Tries to pin it in deep. Gets it to the other corner, but no one there to pick it up. Vegas gets it out. Smith sends it forward. Finds Dowd. Puck sent on net to Wedgwood. Wedgwood sends it around the boards to Taze. Taze gets it out. Tries to send it up ice. Deflected on net by Vegas. Picked up by Theodore. Sent around the boards. Avs pick it up. Bouncing puck. McNabb behind the net. Necas takes it over. Finds a guy in front of the net. Tries to flick it into the mess that is the slot. 3 Vegas players got a touch on the puck before it came out to an Avalanche player. And Vegas eventually ends up with it. Puck is deflected in deep. Dorofeev given chase. Hurdle behind him. Necas comes up with it and gets it out the zone. Malinsky with it around the boards to Landeskog. Landeskog chips it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon back around to the point. Shot on net, deflected right into the breadbasket of Carter Hart. All right, see you later, Poncho. Mr. Goat, I appreciate you being here. I don't need all the comments about that you can't believe that the Avs are not beating Vegas in the series. I get you're frustrated, but I don't need a message every 30 seconds. Thank you for being here. Just 6:20 on the clock. Shots are 10-7. Puck is sent all the way down, finds a breakaway for Marner. Marner tries a slap shot on Wedgwood. Avs send the puck down the other way. That was just a stretch pass. There was a wide open Marner on the other end of the ice. I didn't see what defensemen were on the ice right there. Looks like it's Kulak and Manson. Puck up against the boards is Kadri. Puck comes out of the zone. So Vegas yet again with more breakaway opportunities on Wedgwood. Avs are not getting any sort of anything in the Vegas zone right now. Puck sent out to the side by Necas. Lehkonen up against the boards. Blankenberg keeps it in. Blankenberg skates in. Pinned around the boards by Saad. Puck comes out. Shot on net. Deflected to the side. Caught by Blankenberg. I don't even know where the puck is right now because the camera's panning really poorly. Nick Waugh against the boards. Vegas gets it around to Anderson and out. Chipped into the zone by, it looked like it was Taze. Puck is sent into the Vegas zone. Nelson giving chase. Waugh gets it up and behind the net. Nelson trying to get the puck out to somebody. Puck goes around the boards. Taze does not pinch. Tries to make sure that the defense is set. Smart move by him, having Kolasar and Dowd right on him. Puck comes out. Landeskog tries to get out the zone. Oh, but Vegas does it for him, trying to get it across the ice. Puck sent all the way around, and Wedgwood will stop it behind the net. Taze with the puck. Landeskog skating up the ice. Another dump in deep. Necas with the puck behind the boards. Hops over his stick to Malinsky. Deflected wide by another Vegas player. One-timer. Shot on goal. It's bouncing around somewhere. MacKinnon trying to give chase. Gets hit on the side. Puck comes out to Smith. Smith skates it out of the zone. Or that's Coughlin, my bad. Malinsky gets it to Taze. Taze up against the wall. I don't know why the Avs were trying to pitch it back into their zone. Just get it out. Drury comes out of the zone with it. He has Necas with him. Drury dumps it into the corner. Behind the net is Theodore and Anderson. Vegas on the way out. Hit chance. Dorofeev. Kind of a slash right there from Dorofeev. But yet again, they're keeping the whistles in their pockets right now. Puck is flipped into the middle of the zone. Caught by Logan O'Connor. Colton coming across the middle of the zone. Up against the walls. Gets it around to Kadri. Kadri to the point. Burns with another shot. Drop down. Ross Colton scores! Puck landed into the chest of Ross Colton. Batted it down. And Colton scores on Carter Hart. Avs break the ice in the first period for the first time in a long while. 3 minutes left in the first. Avs are up 1-0. Finally. It felt like we were trying to break through a steel wall with that one. Burns just always throws it on net from that far point. Blocked down by Connor and just roofed it off the crossbar and in. Great shot by Ross Colton right there. The crowd better be into it now. Our crowd has some high expectations for the team. That's an icing on Vegas. 2:52 on the clock. Yeah, that should wake him up, hopefully. Beautiful stick by Ross Colton there. Puck is sent in. Avs got it. Here's Nichushkin with it. He got out-muscled by Hanifin. Taves pinches in deep, keeps it along the boards. MacKinnon with him. MacKinnon and Nichushkin on the same line, it looks like. Another shot from his knee from Burns, it looks like. Necas with the puck. Tries to get it up the ice. Not able to get it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon and Landeskog will make a change. Here comes Eichel cycling through. Gets it to the outside is Coughlin. Avs recover. Try to pinch it out of the zone. Not able to get it there. Deflected off an Avs player. Goes wide. Puck is deflected into the air and out of play. So the Avs struck first. That breakaway by Marner, I was surprised he decided to go with the slap shot. Wedgwood keeping his position pretty strong. Wedgwood really bailing out the Avs right now. They need to give him some support. Yeah, Colton's both of his goals have been absolutely awesome. In case you didn't know, Ross Colton's nickname in the locker room is Deuce Bagel for 2-0. I think that's the best nickname ever. Oh, is McNabb not on the bench? Uh-oh. That could be big for Vegas there. He's basically their Devon Tays of the Vegas Golden Knights. So assists were from Burns and Kadri, so third line is looking good right now. That is the first time since game 2 of the divisional round that Colorado has scored first. Let's keep it going. One thing I really don't like about the ESPN broadcast is they kind of drown out the audience noise a little more to make room for the broadcast, so you can't hear the crowd pop when they score. Because supposedly the crowd is actually very loud at Ball Arena, but oh, I didn't update the clock, did I? That's very bad of me. Sorry. Or am I? Am I caught up? Not quite. 159. 159. Avs win the faceoff in their own zone. Kadri with it. Kadri pinches it up the boards. Deflected. Oh, not deflected, apparently. They're going to call icing. He didn't quite get to the red line. Kadri unhappy with that. Kadri almost always unhappy. Sportsnet East, you can hear that. I'm guessing that's the Canadian broadcast. We don't really have Sportsnet in the States. Nelson wins the faceoff. Avs tried to glove it down, kind of bounced around a little bit. Kadri pinned it up against the boards, gets it out of the boards, but Vegas kept it in. It's just in the skates of 40 people. Puck is shot on Wedgwood, goes wide. Good hezzy move from the Avalanche right there. Vegas turns it over, and Kadri turns it over right to the net. Miscommunication between him and Malinsky. That was dangerous, but Wedgwood was awake, luckily. Nelson with it. Gets it down low is... I can't tell if that's Drury. Yeah, that's Drury. Or that's Wall with him. Drury and Wall look the same from the back of the jersey since the 10 gets crumpled up sometimes. A lot of Avs players getting absolutely pinned to the ground after getting crunched into the boards. 1 minute left. Avs send the puck into the zone. Two Avs players collide. It's Necas and MacKinnon. It's just, there's been a couple miscommunications here in the last minute of the game. It's been kind of rough watching. Skating into each other. Kulak just takes a rough block right there. Goes down a little bit. Looks like we're offsides. Necas not getting the puck in the zone fast enough. Necas does not look like he has any legs right now. I don't know why it's dead right now. I think the crowd is anxious. Just Malinsky overskated that puck. A good awareness by Wedgwood to stay on that one. Kadri got a little careless with how he passed that puck. Vegas won the faceoff, but Landeskog able to poke it in deep. Hayes comes in, gets it to the slot to Landeskog. Shot from the point from MacKinnon. The deflection from MacKinnon goes a little wide. Landeskog behind the net. 20 seconds left. To the point. Tays to MacKinnon. MacKinnon with a spin around shot. Landeskog tried to do a baseball bat out of the air. Burns with the one-timer. Deflected low. Tries to get it out is Vegas, and they do. It's sent all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. That'll be the end of the period. That was a good final push by the Avs right there, but the shots are going to finish up even as we head into the first intermission with the Avs up 1-0. So, first lead of the series. Some bad mistakes, some good mistakes. Call it motion. Kadri is hitting. He's skating a little bit too, but those passes have been bad. He's supposed to be like our facilitator, so I don't understand why his passes have been so off base. Yeah, we have to own the second. We came out very slow in the first, and we picked it up in the last 5 minutes or so. We need to come out with that same energy to start the second. We can't let Vegas get back into this one. I feel like they need to get the Avs fans that are outside of the stadium, inside the stadium, switch them out. Heart who? Yeah, I love that. Alrighty, now we got some time to look over the period we just had. Yeah, I don't know why everyone thinks. I don't know why everyone thinks the stadium is quiet. The NHL just posted a video from the camera angle behind the net. It said that the crowd erupted so much that the camera was shaking. So ESPN getting the broadcast sound really mixed up. Apparently, ESPN has misadvised fans, saying that Makar got hurt in Game 1, which was false. And then said Ross Colton scored the cup-clinching goal for Montreal in 2021, which is also false. That's Arturi Lehkonen. Top line needs to get going. Yeah, how much are tickets right now? I remember, like, first 2 rounds, they weren't that bad, but I'm guessing we're probably looking at, like, $300 now. No, they don't. Let me look at Ticketmaster real quick. Let's see. We are a period through the first game, and what's the cheapest tickets I can get right now? $225 to see this last 2/3 of a hockey game. Most I've ever spent on a single hockey ticket's $120. You can get watch party tickets for $20 if you want to watch in the stadium for games 3 and 4. See, the thing is, I like Carolina and the Avs, or the disaster teams, the natural disaster teams. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to see if I can find anything on Braden McNabb. Okay, it was apparently a collision between him and Nick Waugh earlier in the period. All right, Aiden, I like your prediction. One thing I just saw, someone said, for every post Ross Colton has hit, he needs a goal tonight. And I think that'd be like 20 goals this season. Neutral zone has been absolutely clogged this game to start. Alrighty, let's look at some statistical matchups so far. Shots on goal are 12-11 in favor of Vegas. Faceoffs are 50-50. Hits are 17-13 in favor of Vegas. Block shots are 10-9 in favor of Colorado. That breakaway from Marner was due to Josh Manson slipping, so it was a wide open pass. Giveaways, Avs have 8 giveaways to Vegas's 4. That's not good. But the Avs have 4 takeaways. And the only tally of the period, so that's the good news. That's the silver lining, I guess. Let's check out what the expected goals for is for the game right now. My guess is Vegas probably has a higher expected goals for right now because they've gotten a lot more rush opportunities. They've had 2 one-on-ones essentially with the goalie that didn't end up in scores, so. Whew. Yeah, expected goals is 1.7 to Vegas and 0.48 to Colorado. Vegas at the expected deserve to win -o-meter on Money Puck, if you guys are familiar with it. I know a lot of people do it, but basically it's just the percentage of expected goals versus turned into a percentage number. So right now has Vegas at 80% deserving to win this game so far. Avs need to step it up. 5-on-5 has been really rough so far this series. Love to see them get going. But that Ross Colton goal was pretty sweet. Ironically enough, the only player on the ice that has the lowest expected goals for is Nichushkin at 0%. I haven't seen him much in the offensive zone. I haven't seen him much at all, actually. Let's see how much time on the ice he has. I haven't been seeing him a lot. Nichushkin, he's only got 3.5 minutes. Huh. I mean, so does most everyone else on the third and fourth line, but still, I'd expect to see a few more minutes out of him. Because lines 1 and 2 have about 6 minutes each, but lines 3 and 4 have about 3.5. Actually, Nichushkin's kind of getting the similar minutes as the fourth line right now. Kelly and Drury both have 3 minutes and a little bit. Nichushkin's at 3 minutes 54. Ross Colton's at 3:17. Logan O'Connor at 3:20. Everyone else is at 5 or higher. Blankenberg actually playing a decent chunk there. He's at 3 minutes 27 seconds. Tays almost 10 minutes that period. 8 minutes for Kulak as well. And then 6.5 minutes for both Burns and Malinsky. 6 minutes for Manson. A lot of block shots from the defenseman, a pair from Kulak and Tays, 1 each from Manson, Malinsky and Burns. A hit from Manson and Blankenberg. 3 hits from Nick Waugh. 3 hits from Nazem Kadri. He is hitting the crap out of people right now. Lehkonen and Landeskog both with a pair. Tays has 3 giveaways. Kadri has 1, and that was the big one. Woo! Well, period 1's done. Time to reset, come out with a different kind of hunger now. Who y'all got on the next one? Who do we think scored the next goal? Kadri would be great. He needs to do it to make up for some of those errant passes he's been making. Nichushkin goal would send me into a frenzy. That between the legs one that he had in the first game, that was pretty gnarly. I love Nichushkin. He always seems to just get into the thick of things sometimes. I think I have scoring on the next goal. Who do I got? Let's get some defenseman love. Let's say a Josh Manson goal. You never see it coming, but when it happens, it's just incredible. Whew. Alrighty, I will be right back. You guys sit tight. Remember Manson's back-to-back hat trick game this season? I don't think that happened, but I remember his 2-goal, 2-assist Gordie Howe hat trick. That was fun. I will be right back.
Game 2 will be all about the bounce back for Carolina Hurricanes goaltender Frederik Andersen, who entered the game with goals against average of 1.12 through 8 games, but relinquished 4 goals on 13 shots in just the first period of Game 1. Canes head coach Rod Brindamore said he wasn't going to hang the loss on his goaltender, saying that the team made it too easy for Montreal, and you can expect
forward to that tomorrow night. There is your situation. How about both visiting teams winning game one? Stanley Cup Conference. But Mark, what are we looking forward to seeing here in the second period? Things big and interesting. Vegas stepping on the gas a little bit more, like PK's driver goes against the wings, the brisket, all that stuff. Step on the gas a little bit. Hey, Tibbs, yeah. Bring anything. He heard what I was going to say. That was exactly what I was going to say. This is going on. I stole your information. What he's trying to allude to our people. You like the wings, though. That's what you're looking for. I think Colorado, Vegas just doesn't take a lot of penalties. Colorado wants to get it beyond the power play. They did a good job. Vegas under Bruce Cassidy the last 5-6 years. They don't take any penalties. It's something to watch with set face-offs. That's a set face-off with Mitch Marner, by the way. John Tortorella is going to continue to put Colorado D in disarray. He's going to have to mix it up, mix and match, set face-off plays in the offensive zone. All that's going to be going on. Vegas looks ready, Leafs. I think it's a big second coming. Speaking of good hair, wow, goodness. That's got the flow. All right, on our way to the second period. Another Noah Hannafin shot block. This has been the Expedia first intermission report.
It's time to add my son to our car insurance. I'm scared to even think about that. Instead, drive easy on the Geico app. My son's safe driving score saved us even more.
It feels good to take control of your car. It feels good to Geico.
Your summer plans are nonstop, and this Memorial Day, Dick's has you covered. Meet that top gear from Callaway, TaylorMade, Yeti, Nishiki bikes, and more. Plus, grab new swimwear for a limited time up to 40% off Nike clothing and shoes. Every summer starts at Dick's.
There's something important I need to tell you. I should have said this a long time ago. Now that I tied that, you're eligible to become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't hear you. Because I'm an Army veteran, our whole family can join and get great benefits like exclusive savings and discounts. Exclusive savings and discounts. That's great. Also, I love you. Thank you.
All veterans and their families can join Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Running a successful delivery company has taught me something. You're only as good as your tools. We have AT&T Business, and that's why we're the best.
You're where? There's nothing here. Just trust me.
You guys are early. Get your signature there. Guys, Thursday I just made some lemonade.
Alrighty, we're back. I'm guessing that is what you were referencing. It was pretty insane, wasn't it? Alrighty, let's get the scoreboard set up for the second period. Alrighty. Like the hat. Thank you. My sister got it for me. It was a long time ago. I think it was a couple Christmases ago, but my sister got it for me. Alrighty. Hopefully the Avs can come out with the same intensity they brought in the last 2 minutes of that period. I'd love to see if we can get things set and going in the second period pretty early on. But there's no pushback from Vegas whatsoever. Okay. Intermission should be wrapping up any second now. And by any second, I mean now. Back from commercial break. Isn't it crazy that the Carolina Hurricanes record in the Eastern Conference Finals since like 2018 or 16 or whatever is 1-17? They've only won one game in the last like few years. Last almost decade. Brent Burns sure does love going down to a knee when he's taking slap shots, doesn't he? Yeah, get guys in front of the net, and that'll good things happen when guys get in front of the net. And if Ross Colton didn't get the goal on Carter Hart right there, Logan O'Connor was right at the doorstep, so we might have had one anyway. Top line is out there to start the second period, and we're about to get underway. Face-off between Landeskog and Eichel. Landeskog wins it. Malinsky passes it back to Taves. Taves up to Landeskog, deflected in. Avs kind of coasting right now. Puck deflected all the way back to the Avs zone. No icing. It was off an Avs player. Puck goes around the boards, all the way around. We're going to see an icing. 25 seconds in.
Shortly after, he delivers another check on Nathan MacKinnon and then lifts off to the locker room. Guys,
Yeah, Braden McNabb is not looking great. He was not putting any weight on one of his legs. Hasn't been on the ice since 6 minutes left in the first period. Looks like he may have broken something, or at least sprained something. Pass to the slot by Vegas was pretty good. Had a guy. Here's Malinsky. Has Landeskog. Tried to find Landeskog at the doorstep and almost had him. The puck was loose, but Carter Hart was able to get the stop. Offsides by Vegas. Avs are able to get it out. Here comes Taves. Taves has Nelson and Nichushkin. Nichushkin around the boards. Nelson and Nichushkin fighting for it along the boards. Carlson able to get it out to Marner. Avs send it forward, and Carlson sends it into the Avs zone. Kulak to retrieve. Kulak with Burns. Burns passes it forward. Able to get a guy. We've got Nichushkin going in with the shot saved by Carter Hart right into the thick of his pads. Eichel skating with it. Drop pass to Dorf. And it looks like we're going to have a tripping penalty on the Avs right there. So we've got 2 penalties on Necas. Necas totally pitchforks him. And he slashed him earlier on, too. So that's 2 penalties on Necas in one go. So it's a 4-minute power play for Vegas. It may have looked like a flop, but you can't deny the fact that he definitely got his stick between both of his legs. Can't really ignore that one. It was a little obvious. So the Avs got a monster power play or penalty kill coming up. 18:27 on the clock. Good thing it's only 5-on-4 for 4 minutes rather than 5-on-3 for 2. I feel a lot more confident in a 5-on-4 for 4 minutes than the other way around. Yeah, they did, but that was really kind of obvious. The slash, I think we could have gone without calling, but the trip was pretty much there. Here comes Vegas breaking into the zone. Avs able to get a clear. Good push out by, I think that was Parker Kelly. I can't tell for sure. It might have been Kulak. Penalty kill needs to heat up a little bit. Love to see something here. There's Marner with the puck. Sends it in low. Taze whips it around the boards, able to clear. Oh, and it goes off. I don't know what it went off, but it came out to center ice. And there's going to be an interference penalty on Vegas, so 2 minutes of that is going to be coming out. Vegas has been doing that the entire series on the power play, and it's about time that they called it. Those pick plays right there. The fact that he's already looking up before he even hits him. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Then there will be a minute and about 10 or 15 seconds power play for Vegas afterwards. But this will take a good chunk of that 5-on-4 off the board. And there's actually a chance to generate some offense here. MacKinnon, Kadri, Malinsky, and Kulak on the ice. Kind of smart to go with 2 defensemen here, being 4-on-4. Would love to have Necas on the ice, but unfortunately he is in the box. Malinsky kind of acts as both a forward and a defenseman sometimes. Avs win the draw. Drop to MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates with it. Circling around, gets Hannafin to spin around. He gets a stick on it, but Malinsky there to pick it up. Kulak sends it around the boards. MacKinnon not able to handle it. Puck sent back to Anderson. Avs recover. Kadri has it. Skates up ice. Takes a shot from a sharp angle. Puck comes out to Malinsky. Malinsky down to Kadri, my bad. Kadri to MacKinnon. Malinsky with the lane. Takes a shot off the blocker of Carter Hart. MacKinnon has it again. Avs are cycling a little bit right now. Gets it out to Kadri. Kadri around to Malinsky. No one in front of the net for the Avs. No net front presence right now. Kadri still with it. Kadri kept it. To the slot to MacKinnon. MacKinnon's shot goes wide. I can't tell if it was tipped or blocked. Burns with it around the net. Burns to Kulak. Kulak out. Nichushkin's shot goes wide. And Burns cannot keep it in. Puck will go all the way around. Good cycle there by the Avs. Had to go for the line change in the middle of it. Kind of lost a little momentum there. But good cycle right there. Nichushkin passes it forward to Taze. Taze deflects it in. Nichushkin collects it behind the net. Gets it out to the point. Taze to the slot. Shot goes wide. Nelson giving chase. Gets the deflection. Tries to get the centering pass. Carter Hart had his stick on the ground. Nichushkin to the point. Out and around. Tried to get it to Nelson. Didn't get enough on the pass. 4-on-4 is about to expire. Vegas is about to get an extra attacker. Here's Theodore down the side. He spins around. Gets it to the middle. Marner from up top. Deflected wide. Is behind the cage. Taze gets it out to Lehkonen. Lehkonen has some guys with him. He's skating up the ice. May have a trailer, but he just kind of pushes in deep. Kind of smart there. Keep the power play from getting set on a fast break. Eichel across. Deflected wide. Tried to be sent out by Lehkonen, but it goes off of a player. Theodore with it up top. Down to Marner. Eichel above the circle. Takes a shot. Deflected off Wedgwood. Puck comes out. Lehkonen able to get to it and get it out of the zone. Good play by Lehkonen. Able to find the loose puck. 40 seconds left in the power play. Hurdle sends the puck back. Here comes Eichel with the entry. Eichel pins it in to Carlson. Puck comes out. Parker Kelly able to clear. 20 seconds left in the power play. Carlson skating up ice. Carlson sends it across. Dorofeev to collect. Dorofeev around. Burns slaps it around the boards. It comes out top to Marner. Marner gets it. Avs get it out the zone. And the power play is over. So the Avs kill off the 4-minute power play with the help of a penalty from Vegas for interference. And Necas is back on the ice. Burns sends the puck around the boards. And Landeskog chips it out. We've got 14 minutes left in the second. Burns with it. Burns passes it forward to MacKinnon. MacKinnon sends it up against the wall, not able to get it out. MacKinnon collects. My stream kind of glitched a little bit. Necas takes a shot. Shot goes wide. Collected at the boards is Malinsky. Sends it around the boards. MacKinnon below the circle. Loses it on the stick handle. Up the boards to Blankenberg. Takes a shot. Glove down by Shea Theodore. And sent out of the zone. Deflected into the Av zone. Malinsky will collect. Puck is deflected in by MacKinnon, so I guess not. It's called icing. Honestly, that was the best case scenario out of that 4-minute power play that we could have gotten. Oh, MacKinnon's shot just went wide of the net. He had a corner to pick and just missed it. Same thing. Nichushkin's shot actually goes off the outside of the post. Taze just pulls it wide. Avs are missing the net, but they're getting good looks. Yeah, Necas owes us a goal for sure. So the Avs are 50% successful at getting shots on net. That's not great. Hanifin with the puck on the blue line, chased by Necas. Backhand from the top of the circle, poked out by Blankenberg. Good play by him. Able to get off the ice, get a change. Big hit in center ice. MacKinnon just sits it down. I think that was Keegan Colasar. And there's an icing there on the Avalanche. MacKinnon just sat him down. 13:04 left in the second. I didn't see who he dumped. Did anyone catch who it was? Yeah, Hart's been giving up some rebounds. Literally just get guys in front of the net and shoot the puck low. Ooh, puck was shot on net and deflected just wide. There was a rebound opportunity, but no Vegas player in sight. Eichel passes it to the middle of the ice. Incoming is Coughlin. Coughlin shakes his hand like he's been slashed. And then Malinsky dumps a guy down. Coughlin goes to the bench. Looks like he's actually hurting. Looked like he might have tried to sell something, but he might have actually gotten slashed there, but no call. Theodore tries to send the puck out. Blocked by Waugh. Waugh with a good forecheck. Kelly just gets bumped off the puck. Kadri keeps it in. Pokes it to Kelly. Kelly sends it around the boards. Manson sends it down low off of Kelly. Puck comes out. Kadri to collect. Kadri keeps it. Sends it down low to Kelly. Kelly up against the wall. Around the top to Manson. Manson with the shot on net. Deflected just wide. Looked actually like a good deflection. It just barely rose above the crossbar. It was Colasar. Good. I love seeing guys like that get dropped. Especially by our top guys. MacKinnon sat him down. Puck is taken out by Shea Theodore. He shoots it around the edge. Misplayed by Burns. Burns loses it, and it comes out of the zone. Hanifin plays catch with Anderson. Puck is sent forward to Marner. Marner to the middle of the ice. Drops it for Hanifin. Hanifin not able to get an angle on it. Sends it around to Carlson. Carlson pass to the middle was broken up, and the Avs get it out. Nate just trying to get around Carlson. Not able to get there. Marner skating up the ice again. Avs fighting along the boards. Puck is sent out of the zone, and Hanifin collects it. Nichushkin trying to chase him down. Nate just tried to get a hit on him, but not able to. Guy in the slot tries to get there. Good stick by Brock Nelson. Nichushkin coming up the side of the boards. He got poked, so the Avs will have to retreat and reset. Get some guys a change. Blankenberg is getting hounded by two Vegas players. Sends it around the boards. Able to collect is Taze. Taze sends it up. Tried to hit MacKinnon. Doesn't quite get there. Deflected in by MacKinnon, so no icing. Landeskog is spun out by Anderson. Anderson skates up the ice. Finds Dowd along the board. Here comes Dowd, poked away by Blankenberg. Blankenberg keeping him in the corner. Good pickup by MacKinnon. MacKinnon kind of speeding through. Tried to get a lead pass to him. Was Landeskog not able to get it there. Landeskog was kind of gearing up to get going, and he's doing it again. Here he goes. MacKinnon has the puck. 1 versus 3. Drops the pass to Lehkonen. Lehkonen with the shot. Deflected by the Knights and out of play. Shots on goal are 14-14. Not a lot getting on net right now. Avs have 3 shots. Vegas has 2. 10 minutes into the second period. 10:01 left. Ooh, sorry I haven't been seeing the chat. That was a long time without a whistle. Avs are looking better. They're starting to cycle a little bit in the Vegas zones. They're just not getting anything on net right now. Everything's deflected wide. And I was not looking forward to seeing a commercial of Biz being in the shower. Whew! That was an excitable 10 minutes. Penalty was a little unfortunate, but, you know, we came out of it alive. Good for us. Yeah. But it could go both ways. Vegas only had 1 less day off. That was pretty good hockey. Apart from Necas' slash and trip. Blankenburg actually, in my opinion, I think Blankenburg has been one of the better defenders out there on the ice right now. He's been playing pretty well. Manson's been the one that's been giving up the opportunities from what I've seen. Wide, post, wide. Yeah. The Avs sure do love the post. I think they said that they've hit the post the 2nd or 3rd most in the entire postseason. Call it postseason because that's all they're hitting. Coughlin got slashed and then hit by Hannafin as he was trying to get onto the ice. Poor guy has been going through it. That's playoff hockey. It's rough. Kadri shoved down to the ice. Burns with it. Takes a shot on net. Goes wide. Malinsky picks it up along the board. Takes another shot. Deflected off of a Vegas player. Almost had a rebound opportunity, but not quite. Puck sent in deep. Kadri to collect. Tries to send it around the boards. Doesn't get a lot on it. Waugh chipped it forward. Blocked by Kadri. Puck is sent out of the zone. Kadri was just dumped down blindsided right there. Kind of an interesting collision right there. I guess neither of them saw each other, but Kadri got the worst end of it. Dumped in deep by Waugh. Waugh gets another big hit against the boards. Drury back with Manson. Drury skates it up into the zone. Around the boards. Good move. Gets it around to Blankenburg. Blankenburg down low. Whips it around the boards. Bounces over Theodore's stick. Now we've got Parker Kelly behind the net. Gets it to Manson in the middle of the slot. Goes for a slap, or kind of a shot pass to Logan O'Connor. Blankenburg with another shot blocked by Vegas. O'Connor down to Drury behind the net. Drury gets it up top to Blankenburg. Blankenburg to Manson. Manson with a shot right into the catching glove of Carter Hart. So the Avs have 8 minutes of offensive zone time to Vegas's 5. Vegas, as we know, is a very big rush opportunity team. 8:41 left in the second. Looks like we're going to commercial yet again. Might as well have Post Malone sing the national anthem. Yeah, for sure. Big Posty. All right, commercial break. Avs have been looking a lot better. I like the way Blankenburg has been playing. I would love to see them stick with him if Makar doesn't come back. Stick with him instead of Ashawn. I feel like Blankenburg plays with a little more ferocity as opposed to Ashawn. Ashawn's just... I know they're both not very big guys, but I like Blankenburg's fight a little more. Ugh. Yeah, the MacKinnon hit on Kolesar was huge. Just catches him shoulder to shoulder, very clean. I'd like to see how many minutes Blankenberg has. Blankenberg has been playing really well. Is that 5 minutes 40 seconds? Blankenberg and Ashawn in all the games that they've played has not played more than like 7.5 minutes. Oh, when he slammed up against the glass after he scored, that was the most beautiful goal celebration I've ever seen. That fired me up. Like, even when we were down in that game and it was like we were losing 6-5, I was like, we're not losing this game. It's too electric. Been a lot of hits in this game. I like good physical hockey. It's my favorite type of hockey. Alrighty. MacKinnon wins the faceoff in the offensive zone. Malinsky with it. Tried to get it out to MacKinnon. Puck is bouncing around in the slot. Carlson comes up with it, skates it out. He's got Howden with him. He's got Marner trailing. Lehkonen has Marner with him. Avs kick the puck out. Landeskog gets it out to Malinsky. Malinsky kind of has a chance here to get around him. Not able to get around Hannafin. Puck squirts out a little bit. Malinsky fighting for it. Able to get it, finally. Puck goes all the way out to MacKinnon. MacKinnon drops. Slap shot from the point. Another slap shot from Malinsky from the side wall. Right into the chest of Carter Hart. A lot of center mass shots. I'm still not loving it. I know they're going for deflections and so, but jeez. What's your score prediction for Montreal and Carolina tomorrow? I'd love to see Montreal stay hot. That'd be so funny. And apparently in like the third period, Montreal went like 18 straight minutes without a shot. That's just pathetic. Avs lose the faceoff in the offensive zone. Vegas skates it out and dumps it into their own bench. So the faceoff will be just outside of the zone. Brent Burns with the 1,000-yard stare.
I guess we can see that no coach wants 11 days to practice with his team. That does not go very well.
Oh, dope. That's fire. Kulak passes it forward. Nelson spins around. Gets it out to the point. Manson with a shot deflected in on net. Necas collects the rebound in the corner. Tries to send it to the slot. No one there. Everyone's on the boards right now. Good hit. Smith hit against the wall. Puck sent out by Colorado. Vegas has to tag up. Puck behind the net. Manson with it. He's going to take a minute to reset. Nichushkin along the boards. Picked up. Oh, somehow turned over. We've got a 2-on-1 opportunity for Vegas. Shot by Smith. Goes high. I think it was off the shoulder of Wedgwood. Big hit there by Manson to get him off the puck. Avs flip it out of the zone. Looks like it's going to be no icing. They wave it off. He got to the circle before it was taken over. And a turnover in front of the net. Kadri with an opportunity right yet again into the chest of Carter Hart. Knights turned the puck over thinking it was going to be icing, and Waugh gets it to Kadri. Kadri just if he would have taken a second to stick with it, maybe could have fooled Carter Hart right there. Kadri had a good opportunity there. Carter Hart was still ready, though. Time on the clock is 6:56. Kadri with the face-off. Kadri has Waugh and Colton with him. It's an interesting mix-up of the lines. Waugh, usually a centerman, playing on the left side of Kadri. Are you saying mark your words because your name is Mark? Waugh with the shot after the face-off into the shoulder of Carter Hart, pushing and shoving in front of the net. I guess he does have that authority. I wish I could trademark my words like that. Nice. Waugh had a very open slot right there. Tried to get Carter Hart by surprise, not able to get him quick enough though. Anderson had to get a new lid, it looks like. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Colorado. 6:52 left on the clock. Kadri with the faceoff yet again against Dowd. Kadri gets sent out of the faceoff, as he always does. Looks like it's going to be Ross Colton, or Waugh's going to go to the circle. Kadri and Colton switching spots. Waugh with the faceoff against Dowd. Waugh wins it. Colton gets it out to Burns. Burns with the quick shot. Rebound off of Carter Hart. Not quite able to get there as it comes a little far out. Waugh's pinned up against the boards. Gets it out to Kadri. Kadri trying to get to the point. Gets it around the boards to Colton. Colton tries to pinch it to Waugh. Not able to get there. Puck is poked forward. Colasar loses it. Oh, and Waugh is knocked down. It looks like there's going to be a penalty on Waugh. I think they're calling a hook here. The official had his arm up before Waugh touched the puck, so it looks like it's going to be on Colorado, but I don't know what's going on now as everyone's fighting along the boards. Waugh got absolutely dumped right there. Looks like Waugh's going to the box. He got calls for hooking there. They yet to see a replay to show me a hook. See if ESPN can get on it. But knowing them, they might not get it. That was a... Ooh. Look, he got into his hands, yes, but did you see the, like, jerk of his body he did after that? Oh, my gosh. Like, sure, it's a penalty, but oh, my gosh, are you trying to, like, try to make it look less like you're trying to sell it? Oh, my gosh. That's the weakest penalty they've called in these playoffs. Avs win the face-off in their own zone, pinned up against the boards. Avs try to get it out, not able to. Theodore keeps it in. Puck comes out to Manson. Taze sends it around the boards. Dorofeev keeps it in. Back down low. Manson behind the boards. Nichushkin gets it, loses it, and the Avs come up with it. Nelson gets it out to Taze. Him and Manson up forward. Avs go for a change and dump it in deep. Yeah, how is that not elbowing? Theodore up top. Vegas has Marner on at the top of the right circle. Skating around there. Eichel and Marner switch spots. Shot blocked by Drury. Eichel with it. Back to Theodore. Eichel now back up top. Down low to Marner. Burns collapses in. Shot blocked again by Drury. His stick snaps. What a play. If he still had a stick, that could have been huge by the Avs. Puck. Kelly trying to send the puck down deep. Here it comes. Now we got a 2-on-1 opportunity. Lehkonen has Kelly with him, not able to get a good angle for a pass, so Lehkonen takes a shot. Carter Hart makes the save. Look, I don't love basketball because of how many penalties there are, how many stoppages there are in the games. But goodness. Some of the acting that has been put out in sports trying to get penalties is crazy. All right. Lehkonen loses the faceoff. 40 seconds left in the Vegas power play. Hanifin skates with it, drops it back to Carlson. Carlson has Anderson. Good pinch play. That should have been a trip there. And another player goes down and knocks over Logan O'Connor. Knocked down twice, no call. Barbashev gets dumped in the boards. Manson's on the ground. He's trying to get up. Vegas loses the puck. Lehkonen trying to skate for it, loses it. I don't know what happened right there. There was a lot of hits, a lot of trip ups. That could have been a breakaway by Logan O'Connor, and they did not. He got knocked down after he poked that puck free, and he did not get anything called for it. Manson looks shaken up. I don't know where he's hurting. Puck is sent in by Vegas. Kulak gets it behind the net. Sends it up ice. Avs get it. Nichushkin turns around, drops it, passes it across ice to Burns. Burns not able to corral it off the boards. Kulak and Nichushkin retreat. Necas sends it around the wall. 4 minutes left in the second. Kulak gets it. Burns flips it in the zone. Nichushkin to the blue line. Necas drops it to MacKinnon, it looks like. Puck is bouncing around behind the net. Comes out to Vegas. Necas sends it, or tries to get it, not quite there. Wedgwood stops it behind the net. Blankenberg with the pass forward. Hits Landeskog. Landeskog spins around, gets knocked down. Kadri chasing on Anderson. Anderson tries to pass it across, completely mishandles it. Gets it forward to MacKinnon. One-on-one with MacKinnon and Hanifin. MacKinnon's shot is saved by Carter Hart right at the pad. MacKinnon drops his stick, able to pick it back up. Landeskog against the boards. He's got two Vegas players on him. Kadri behind the boards now. Gets it up top. Pass to Blankenberg. Tried to get him. Coming across, not able to hit him in stride. Just a bit behind. Here's a shot from Malinsky from the point. The shot goes wide. I couldn't tell if that was blocked or not. It looked like it just straight missed. And the puck is sent in by Vegas. Wedgwood plays it back to Malinsky. Malinsky chips it up the boards to Kelly. Kelly drops it to Drury. Drury skates up the boards. Kelly loses it. Poked down to the wall. Drury gets it on the turnover from Vegas. Avs try to keep it in, but Burns does not quite get there, so he sends it around the boards. Avs tag up. Kept in by Logan O'Connor. This third/fourth line is putting in a lot of work right now. Burns, good forechecking right there. Puck is popped up in the air, kept in the zone. Burns gets it again, dropped in deep, sent to the middle. Here's Logan O'Connor with Drury. Logan O'Connor tries to make a move, sends it up top. Tays with a shot, deflected high. Drury with a between the legs pass to the slot, not able to get there. I think the fourth line is about done there, and they need to get off the ice. Third line comes in now. Good block by Tays. Puck comes out to Carlson on the side. Whipped around the boards to Anderson. Anderson down low. Below to Marner. Good stick by Tays. They turn it over. Avs get it. Here's Necas. Necas skates up the ice. Here comes Necas. Tries to do a wraparound. Doesn't quite get there. And we're going to get a power play for a slash. So the Avs will get their first actual power play opportunity with a minute 18 left in the period. Oh, there's not 4,000 minutes. Oh, Manson just took an absolute shot to the kisser into the boards. Manson is no longer on the bench. He might have broken his jaw or something there. So Theodore is going to go to the box for slashing. .118 remaining in the second. So Avs have been looking absolutely sharp on the forecheck right now. Vegas looks so uncomfortable in their own zone. Yeah, we do look like ourselves. What would look better like ourselves is if we score. Yeah, we can't lose any more defensemen. So Blankenberg is going to have to step up and play some extra minutes. That way we're not just cycling through 4 guys. I'm hoping Manson's just going through. Maybe he got some teeth chipped. He's just getting that cleaned up. And he'll be back for the third period. Otherwise, we're going to be cycling through with 5 defensemen yet again. And that 5 defensemen will include Blankenberg, who hasn't played that level of minutes in his career with the Avs just yet. So Blankenberg at 7 minutes and 17 seconds. The most him or Ashawn has had this postseason has been about 7:50. So he's looking like he's going to beat that mark with Manson going into the tunnel. I thought Martin Necas was about to get a coast-to-coast goal right there. That would have been beautiful. So Avs power play, minute 18 to end the period. It feels like the only power play opportunities the Avs have gotten in this series have been at the end of periods, which in my opinion is the best time to get them, because you can gain momentum going into the end of the period, and then you could also start the next period with momentum, because you got that top unit out there. But Vegas able to clear. Taze collects it in the Avs zone. Taze drops to Necas, drops to MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates up with it. MacKinnon sends it around the boards. Kadri to pick it up. Not quite able to get there. Dowd gets it. Dowd misses it, but he gets it after it comes back out yet again. Puck sent all the way down. Wedgwood not able to play it as it is outside of the trapezoid. Here comes Taze. Taze did a lazy drop, turned over, shot by Vegas. Vegas able to get a hand on it. Marner tries to get it from MacKinnon, not able to get it. He falls down. MacKinnon skates in. Shot to the slot by Landeskog. It's in the feet of Anderson. Necas down to MacKinnon behind the net, back around to Kadri. 20 seconds left in the period. Kadri to Landeskog, back to Kadri. Kadri tries to get it to Taze. Taze not able to get there. The passing from Kadri in this game has been bad. Taze passes it forward, deflected into the zone. That'll be the end of the period. Not a great look from the power play there, other than that one bit of burst from MacKinnon and Landeskog. But the passing has been really rough for the Avs right now. MacKinnon had a good pass to Landeskog. It was deflected. Landeskog almost had the rebound to get it in. Not quite. MacKinnon outskating Marner right there. Made Anderson kind of shake a little bit, but Vegas players are still getting sticks on pucks. It's a little annoying, but that's going to be intermission. 1 period to go. The Avs will have 44 seconds left of a power play to start the third. Alrighty, that was a good period by the Avs. Nothing really going either way, at least production-wise, but Avs are still up. 1-0 is not enough of a lead, though, so the Avs are going to have to get something else on the board. What about Brent Burns? Brent Burns with 4 shots on goal, and he is forechecking really well right now. Don't usually like to see a defenseman forechecking, but it has been in the neutral zone, and he's been keeping pucks in the zone, so it's been pretty good. Manson had 3 hits before he went down the tunnel. We'll see if he comes back out. Nick Waugh has 4 hits. Kadri has 4 hits. Just a lot of guys putting in hit numbers in this game so far. So, to end that period, here are our total stats. 20 shots on goal to 16 in favor of the Avalanche. 54.3% to 45.7 on the faceoff in favor of the Avalanche. Power play percentage is 0 for 3 for Vegas, and the Avs are in the middle of their first power play. 6 penalty minutes to 4. Avs have 6. Hits are 24 to 22 in favor of the Avs. Block shots, Avs have 17, Vegas has 12. Giveaways, Avs have 11, Vegas has 8. Takeaways, Avs have 4, Vegas has 3. Shots that period, Avs got 9, Vegas only got 4 that period. So that was a good dominant period by the Avalanche, even considering that Vegas had 4 power plays in that period. So, or not 4, 3, my bad. Vegas had 3 power plays in that period, and they only managed to get 4 shots on goal. That is great penalty killing. That is good defense. Best period by the Avs incoming. Yes, this is our best period by far in the entire postseason. We have like a plus 13 or 14 goal differential in the third period. Time to get things going. I would love to see the Avs get a couple extra goals on here. Alrighty. So I think that's been one of our best periods of hockey so far in the entire playoffs. I was really impressed with that period. It was good offense, good defense. The penalties were so whatever, but the hits were coming in strong. The opportunities came as well. There was a short-handed opportunity that could have been a 2-on-1, but Vegas played good defense, so it was just kind of a sharp angle shot by MacKinnon. But regardless, good period all around by the Avs. Penalty kill has looked stellar. Whew. Oh. What about Scott Wedgwood, though? Scott Wedgwood has been fantastic in this game so far. I love my wedge wall. Whew. I would love to see a shutout. Every team loves to see a shutout. I think it'd be Wedgwood's first one, right? We didn't get a shutout yet. Yeah, because LA always got one like last second with the goalie pulled in like a 1-0 or 2-1 game or 2-0 game. So yeah, I'd love to see a shutout. My neighborhood is in a flood watch. Love that. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow and the day after that. Don't worry, I knocked on wood. Well, we start the third on the power play. Hopefully the Avs can get set up and make use of that last 44 seconds. I know the power plays had a hard time getting set up to start this one already. Love to see more power play opportunities too. We've only had one. It's been kind of rough. There's a Twitter account I follow, and he posted about watching our content. He got a picture of one of our content creators, Gavin, and got the absolutely most diabolical freeze frame. He's just eyes squinted, mouth partially open. My sister gets a few of them of me on here, so I know exactly how that feels. So the hit, or what made Malinsky, or not Malinsky, McNabb going down the tunnel, it looks like he may have been cut with the skate down by the Achilles area. So they're hoping it's just a cut and not like a cut or ruptured Achilles or whatever, or torn. But that was the area and where his skate slid on McNabb. I miss my Eric Johnson on the broadcast.
Never forget having to kill the penalties. Yeah.
Hope Manson is okay. That kiss to the boards was a tough one. Yeah, he probably lost a tooth or two, and most hockey players do when they hit the boards like that. It reminds me of when the Avs had Nikita Zadorov and he took a shot to the jaw. My guess is Manson's either got a messed up kisser, a nose, or a jaw. That's my best bet. I'm forgetting where I placed my drink, and I almost took a drink out of my microphone. Hopefully Manson comes out. I would not like to see another... If we have to have a Sean and Blankenberg on the ice at the same time, if Manson and Makar are both out, that could be a very dangerous combo. Nine minutes remaining in intermission. Alrighty. I will be back once again. Don't go anywhere.
Smooth, creamy Haagen-Dazs. Take your sweet time. That's Daz.
There I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Stanley would want this. It's like the exact same one my mom.
this whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
For those trucks?
We're right here.
victory over Carolina. And yes, they did have a game plan. Head coach Martin St. Louis said that his assistant coach Alabama began prepping for the Canes during their Buffalo series. The coaching staff decided to
Woo! Howdy, howdy, howdy. Burns next goal. That's being real helpful, but I'd love that. Need one from Kadri and Mac. That top line just needs one, period. The top line needs to get something going. I'm sick of seeing the top line be blanked.
Same deal tonight, right? Vegas knew Colorado would come out much better tonight. They have. And Colorado is asking about today's game. They came out.
And for some reason, ESPN doesn't want to tell me how much time is left in intermission. My guess, 4.5 minutes. Okay. They finally put it up there.
Absolutely. Dan sticks out there, leads. Come on. Colorado's got power play for 42 seconds to start third. The spin that is Scott, second intermission.
Whew. Oh, I need a stretch. They're giving me pizza commercials. Pizza sounds so good right now. All right, here's a question for the chat. What are you, if you could have any food in the world right now, what are you having? Whether it's takeout, sit down, whatever. So right now, I would love a Hawaiian pizza. A lot of people give me crap for liking pineapple on pizza. But that sounds so good right now. Yeah, you too? What type of pizza? I love a good Hawaiian, maybe some extra bacon in there. I like deep dish as well, as opposed to thin crust. Thin crust is really good too, don't get me wrong. All dress and bacon, but you like Hawaiian too? Nice. You're never gonna let me live that one down, are you? Peach from Palisade? Now you're just being mean. I bet the peaches in Palisade are really good this time of year, huh? They got messed up, though, a little bit because of the snow that was not that long ago, right? Not yet? Okay. Minute 30 left. Let me set up my scoreboard for the next period. Avs are on the power play to start the period yet again. 3 power plays in this series, all in between intermissions. Feels like the only time that they pay attention to a Vegas player is when there's less than 2 minutes on the clock. Because there have been times where I'm like, yeah, you could have definitely called something else. And yet again, we get to hear some singing from Jelly Roll. There have been some big hits in this series. Manson was reaching at his neck after he went into the boards. Let's hope it's not a spinal injury or something like that. Let's hope he just tweaked it. If he skates out, that'd be great news. Avs dominating in offensive zone time right now. Let me check the expected goals percentage on Money Puck. Y'all ever wonder where we get the graphics from? That is where. So as of right now, the expected win percentage is up a little bit for the Avs. It's at 62% to Vegas, 37 for the Avs, but that was the Avs' best period right there. So expected goals are at 2.17 to 1.65. Nichushkin still has not been very present on offense, but we have yet to see anything really from them just yet. Vegas gets the puck all the way around the boards. Tays collects in the Avalanche zone. 30 seconds left on the power play. Here comes MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates to the middle of the ice, tries to drop it. It's between two Vegas players, and Vegas gets it out of the zone. Not a great entry there. Necas picks up the puck with 13 seconds left on the clock. Sends it around the boards. MacKinnon a little late to give chase there, but the Avs keep it in the zone. Vegas tries to get it out, not quite. Gets it to Kadri on the outside. Pass around. MacKinnon with it. Right at the circle. He has three Vegas players on him. The power play is over. Tays to Kulak on the outside. One-timer right into the chest of Carter Hart. So, power play does not hit. 19:07 on the clock. Josh Manson's back on the ice. That's the good news. So, good news for the Avs. They do not have to roll with 5 defensemen right now. Manson's back on the ice. It looks like he may have just tweaked something a little bit, and he looks like he's good to go. Avs lose the face-off in the offensive zone. Marner takes it out of the zone. Carries it over the blue line. Takes a shot, blocked by Kulak. Muscled out by Lehkonen. Lehkonen pinned against the board with Carlson. Now it's Nelson. Marner tried to get the puck across the ice, not able to get there. Deflected in, overskated by Nelson, not able to control the bouncing puck. McNabb is back, apparently. He tried to power to the front, so McNabb is back. That's news. McNabb and Manson both still in the game. McNabb tried to power to the front. Kind of a dangerous play by him right there. He could have been hit into Wedgwood or into the post. Alrighty, Landeskog with the faceoff in the defensive zone. Landeskog loses it clean. Vegas gets it. Landeskog chasing Eichel. Eichel loses it into the skates of Landeskog, and the puck comes out of the zone. Pass to the middle. Tried to deflect it in, blocked by Tays. Puck sent around the boards. Malinsky collects it, pushes it around. Tays recovers and sends it out to Landeskog. Landeskog tries to get MacKinnon. He's got him in stride. MacKinnon skating through. Tries to wrap around the boards. Not able to get there. Gets Necas on the shot. It was partially blocked. Got on net. Was saved by Carter Hart. Necas from a real sharp angle. And there's a penalty coming up on Vegas, so the Avs will go on the power play yet again. I don't know why they blew the whistle there, though. I don't know why they blew the whistle in the middle of the Avs shot, but okay. 18:02 on the clock. Avs are going to have a full power play. Good play by MacKinnon. Skating around the goalie. That was good pressure by the top line. Shea Theodore again in the box. Here's Landeskog versus Dowd on the faceoff. Waiting for the ref to drop the puck. Just do it already. I'm sick of it. Avs win the faceoff. Tays collects. To Necas down low. Landeskog getting bumped in the bumper spot, not able to stand up very straight. Tays to Necas, across to Kadri. Kadri can't control the bouncing puck. Puck sent to Necas. Necas to MacKinnon. MacKinnon spins behind the net. Out to Necas, low circle. Top to Tays, outside to Kadri. Kadri kind of looking good defense by Vegas right now. MacKinnon back to Kadri. Kadri goes below the dot, misses the pass to MacKinnon, and Vegas recovers and sends it down the ice. Just too much sitting and waiting, not enough movement. Get it to Tays. Let Tays take a shot. Skated in by Necas. Necas loses handle on the puck, but is able to keep it in the zone. Kadri up against the wall, loses it up against the wall. Kept in by Landeskog. Landeskog makes a spin move. Puck comes out. Howden able to get it. Tays recovers. Sends it up to MacKinnon. MacKinnon drops to Tays, and Tays will send it around the boards. Kadri trying to recover. Tries to kick it in. Not able to get it. So here's Marner one-on-one against Tays. Takes a shot from far away. Wedgwood drops it back to Necas. Necas will drop it to Tays. Not a great showing. After that first little bit by the top line, they had the zone controlled. Here comes Marner again. Marner loses it. Poked by Tays. Poked away by Marner now. Second unit out. As power play looks absolutely stagnant right now. First power play looked better, but Lehkonen will drop it for Malinsky. Malinsky to Burns. Malinsky up top. Burns again. Malinsky with the one-timer. Deflected wide off the boards by Nichushkin. Vegas is back at full strength. They've got numbers. Shot by Carlson is off the shoulder of Wedgwood and out of play. Not a great power play. Not a great one at all. No real looks by the Avs. Goal from Wedgwood incoming. A goalie goal would be insane in the playoffs. I would lose my mind. Nichushkin looks a little shaken up after that deflection. A deflection must have gone off of him instead of off of the stick. Avs win the faceoff in the defensive zone. Burns will send it around the boards and out. Pinched forward. Avs recover it. Oh, but Parker Kelly doesn't possess it before he crosses the blue line, so it is offsides. Parker Kelly letting the official know that he does not agree with the call. But nonetheless, there's 15:47 left on the clock. Alrighty. The official calls an unfair faceoff. Drury versus Hurdle. Drury gets kicked out the faceoff. Here's Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly loses it. Drury chases. Sent to the middle to Sod. Deflected into the zone. They're going to call icing, so no deflection. As we'll get a faceoff in the Vegas zone here. Not even 5 minutes into the third just yet. Avs have had 2.5 power play opportunities this period. Haven't made anything of it yet. Top line has looked good 5-on-5, but not on the power play. Here's Drury with the faceoff. Avs win the faceoff. Tries to get out to Burns. Tries to chip it around. Burns was Hurdle. Avs are able to recover. That's Brendan Sod pushing it in on Malinsky. Recovered by Jack Drury. Sent around the boards to Logan O'Connor. Not able to get it out. Vegas has it. Sends it low and around the boards. Burns and Brent Burns gets a penalty for high sticking, apparently, on Tomas Hurdle. Tomas Hurdle, however you want to say it. Burns is pissed off. I'm pissed off because no need to be giving them power plays. Let's see how it goes. He does kind of chop him in the neck. He grabs for his mouth, but he got chopped in the neck. Yeah, that's not a good penalty to take there, Burns. 15-12 on the clock. Nelson with the face-off against Hurdle. Nelson wins it. Manson gets it out to Taze. Taze able to take his time and flick it out. All the way down ice on net to Carter Hart. 5 minutes into the third period. Here comes Shea Theodore across the line to Hurdle. Pokes through to Eichel. Eichel down the slot. Has kind of a look on Wedgwood. Skates it around though. Theodore up top out to Eichel. Eichel down low to Marner. Marner looking for Hurdle in the bumper spot. Eichel on the outside to Theodore. They play catch 3 times each. Here's Eichel again from the top. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Off the official. Doesn't come out. Stays in the corner. Pushed into the boards by Manson. Kept by the Avs. And I think that was Lehkonen able to dish it out of the zone. Just about a minute left in the power play for Vegas. Logan O'Connor pressing hard. Eichel at the top of the circle. Hannafin back to Eichel. Marner down below the circle. He does a spin. Tries to go to the net. Good save by Scott Wedgwood. They're just letting Marner kind of work his way through there. But it does not work. Wedgwood shuts. He puts the door wedge in the door. 30 seconds left in the power play. Vegas turns the puck over again at the offensive zone, so the Avs clear yet again. 20 seconds left. Thirteen and a half minutes left. Here's Carlson to Barbashev across. Knocked down by Parker Kelly and cleared. So the Avs are going to kill the 4th power play of the night. 1 second. Burns is now out of the box. Puck sent in by Theodore. Avs trying to push it out. We've got 4 Avs in the corner. We need to kind of spread those guys out just a little bit. Puck comes out to McNabb. McNabb takes a shot, and it goes wide. Vegas player goes into the goal. Sent forward to MacKinnon. MacKinnon behind the net. Flips it over to Necas. Necas sends it down the boards to Landeskog. Landeskog and Necas fighting along the boards for it. Puck comes out. Kolesar misses it. It'll come all the way back out to the Avalanche zone. Kulak skating around with it. The puck on one hand. Sent forward and chipped up. Not able to keep it was Necas, so Kolesar comes with it. Colton kind of hit trying to go to the bench. Wedgwood will cover up as the puck rolls over to him. Nelson's been great on the PK. 12-19 left in the third. Looks like we are going to go to commercial break. Good stick save by Wedgwood on Marner there. This game has been a dogfight. Whew. So, just under 13 minutes left. I can't believe both Josh Manson and Braden McNabb are both back on the ice. It's just good defense, and that's crazy. We do not have our best defenseman, and we're getting such good defense right now. I think the Avs should go with Malinsky on the top power play unit. I think I like his shot from the point. Taze doesn't really have that electric of a wrister. He's more of a slap shot threat. I'd love to see Malinsky get his wrister because I feel like he kind of likes to walk the line similar to Makar on the power play. And Vegas isn't really respecting the top of the ice right now. So if we could get a guy who has a good shot at the top of the ice, that would be pretty ideal. Whew. Been a lot of exciting things happening, a lot of hits. Shots are 23-20 in favor of the Avs. Vegas has 4 shots to Colorado's 3 this period. Blankenberg is officially 4 seconds away from breaking the 6 defenseman 8-minute line. He is at 7 minutes 50 seconds. Neither him or Ashawn have gone over 7:54. So we'll see if he can get that this time around. Gets on the ice one more time. Burns slaps it around the boards. It's going to go all the way down. That's going to be icing. Almost had Ross Colton, but just put too much mustard on that hot dog. Yep. 12-13 left in the third. Nick Waugh with the defensive faceoff against Carlson. Howden and Kadri are getting yelled at. Burns collects the puck after the Avs win the faceoff. He'll send it up the boards. Deflected deep on net to Carter Hart. Carter Hart will cover up as it was 2 Avs players that were first to him. So the faceoff will be in the offensive zone for the Avalanche. .12:02. Alrighty. Face off in the offensive zone. We have Brock Nelson versus William Karlsson. MacKinnon and Lehkonen are out there with him. Avs win the faceoff. Malinsky collects it, plays pass with Taze. Taze sends it down low. Nelson gets it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon loses it. Puck comes out. Taze able to send it back into the zone. Avs tag up. Puck comes out. Here comes Taze after picking up the turnover. Tries to backhand it on net. Kind of a loose puck right there. Almost had MacKinnon with the cleanup at the doorstep. MacKinnon trying to make a move as it comes to the boards. He's just got 2 guys on him, not able to make a move. Puck comes out to Malinsky. Malinsky skates it in. Takes a shot on goal. Stick saved and out of play by Carter Hart. Kind of interesting how the Avs have been mixing up the lines here, where they've been putting 2 centers out there at the same time. We saw a line with Nick Waugh and Jack Drury, and then we saw a line with, or not, Nick Waugh and Kadri, and then we saw a line with MacKinnon and Nelson. So interesting that they're getting 2 centers on the ice at the same time. Every now and then, kind of mixing it up a little bit. So right now, we've got the 4th line out there in the offensive zone. Parker Kelly taking the face-off as Jack Drury gets kicked out, as always. Him and Kadri can never stay in. Avs win the face-off. Manson with a shot from the point, blocked by McNabb. Kept in by the Avs, not quite. It comes out the zone. Logan O'Connor can't quite keep it inside the blue line, so we've got another whistle. It just feels like we've got whistles after whistles after whistles. Alrighty, 11-14. Drury with the face-off. He loses it. Vegas in their defensive zone trying to get the puck out. Start a breakout. Dumped in by Vegas. No one there to collect, so the Avs will collect and send it out. Flipped forward. Giving chase is Logan O'Connor. Not able to get there, but able to force McNabb to push it against the boards. Drury has it now. Tries to slide it across to Kelly. Just a little hot. Gets it all the way across for Eichel. There's an opportunity for Vegas here skating in. He goes posting in, and Eichel scores. Tied game. The pass by Drury was just a little hot, so it's going to be 1-1. We've got a hockey game. He just beats him far side. Tays gave Marner a little, or not Marner, gave Eichel a little bit of room to move up there as he's able to beat Wedgwood on the blocker side. Alrighty, we got a tie hockey game. Puck is chipped forward. Avs got it. Necas across the line. Out to Blankenberg. Blankenberg gets it to the outside, takes a shot, goes wide. No one at the point to collect. Blankenberg sent forward to Nichushkin, or not Nichushkin, it was Nelson. But Nelson sent it to Nichushkin, it was sent out. Puck is in the air. Necas gets it to settle down. Out to the outside. Puck is in the zone. Avs are not able to corral it. 2-on-2 the other way. Here comes Sissons with Smith. But Smith will go to the bench as Blankenberg gets toppled over in the defensive zone. Puck comes out to Lehkonen. Lehkonen doesn't have anyone with him as all the Avs skaters are just coasting off the ice. Awful change right there. Here comes Hurdle the other way. Puck goes high off the glass. Here comes MacKinnon. McKinnon's got people with him. There's Landeskog on the outside. Keeps skating on the outside. Finds a trailer. Not quite able to get it to Lehkonen. MacKinnon sends it up the boards to Kulak. Kulak takes a shot. It's blocked in front by Hurdle. Saad gets around Manson. Manson pushes him into the boards. Landeskog collects it. Not able to keep it. Puck goes into the slot. Kadri able to get it. He's got Manson and Colton with him. Here goes Kadri. Kadri's shot from the slot is deflected and out of play. 9:12 on the clock. Yeah, the Avs have had plenty of chances.
Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN are presented by Geico. It feels good to have a winning team. It feels good to Geico.
So, game is tied up. Not what we wanted, but we keep going. 9:12 left in the third. Can't expect to win a game with only one goal, so you got to get another. And I'd prefer if they did it before the end of regulation because another overtime game might give me a heart attack. Avs had such a dominant second period and were not able to capitalize, but Vegas, not even having a good period so far, are just able to get one to go in past Wedgwood. Tays kind of acted as a screen right there, blocked the vision of Wedgwood, and Tays wasn't playing far enough forward. And Eichel was able to step forward into the shot. Please do not tell me there's going to be 4+ overtime. I can't handle 4 periods of overtime.
A 1-0 lead. Colorado has their fourth line, which is a dependable line on the ice against Eichel.
That pass from Drury across to Kelly just absolutely was an awful pass. It was just sent so hard. Avs won face-off, but it goes off of Necas' skate and goes into the Vegas player's possession. Fight at the blue line for the puck. It comes out of the Avs zone. Necas sends it up the board. Here's Nichushkin. Nichushkin, the puck goes across the blue line, but Vegas gets it. Kept in by Necas, but not quite able to control. Dorofeev sends it in off the boards to Tays. Tays sends it up the boards. No one's getting it to go anywhere. It comes out to the slot. Shot from the side, and Vegas scores! Oh my gosh, what a turn of events. He just sniped it from the corner. What in the hell? What is happening? No one's able to clear the zone. I don't understand how it was so hard to get the puck out of the zone right there. Taze held the puck and tried to chip it out and couldn't get it anywhere. Blocked by his own guy. And just picked the top corner on Wedgwood. Wedgwood wasn't ready for it. Well, now the Avs have a deficit. Literally like a minute apart. I don't know what they were doing. Oh. Avs need to wake up. Sharp angle shot from Vegas. Puck goes into the quarter. Howden has it. Vegas had no goals on 20-plus shots, and then they got goals on back-to-back shots. Landeskog has the puck, carries it out of the zone, fighting off sticks as he's getting out. Landeskog drops it, tries to get it to Burns. Burns gets it, pokes it free. Howden gets it out of the zone, turns it over to MacKinnon. Here comes MacKinnon in transition, loses the puck to Marner. Marner gets side-checked. Vegas sends it in deep. Kadri has the puck, plays it to himself, gets it out to Lehkonen. Lehkonen has some room to skate. Doesn't have a lot of energy, though. Sends it around the boards. Dowd has Smith with him. And they send it into the Av zone. Smith is sitting on the puck. He's also holding on to Manson's stick. Kadri gets it. Sends it out of the zone. Trying to chase it is Ross Colton. Puck is along the boards. Here comes Sissons. Takes the shot off of Wedgwood. Tays able to collect the puck in his own zone. Vegas has all the momentum in the world right now. They're skating all over us. Avs are skating like they have absolutely zero juice. MacKinnon can't control the puck to save his life. And guess what? Both goals off an Avs turnover. That's what happens. If you can capitalize on turnovers, you'll win hockey games. But the Avs can't do that. The second goal on Wedgwood, I'll give him that, but Wedgwood should have stopped that first one. He left so much of the net open on that far side.
Necas and Nichushkin on the ice. Ulta thinks that Colorado is not going to advance if it doesn't change. Nelson's got 2 goals. Necas has got 1. They've been zero factor in these first 2 games.
Nelson wins the face-off to Tays. Tays gets it to Kulak and around the goal or around the net. Here's Necas with it. Necas needs a goal. I'm sick of watching him pass the puck. Necas passes it to Malinsky. Malinsky chips it forward to Nelson. Necas was high-sticked. Eichel's pissed off. I don't know if they're calling anything. They just saw him go down and they blew the whistle. Yeah, he was cross-checked in the teeth by McNabb. Referees are talking about it at center ice. No penalty called. Necas was, I mean, he was cross-checked up high. I mean, I don't know why you don't. That's ridiculous. Even the ESPN analyst is saying that he thinks it's a penalty. That tells you that it should have been called. Right. Puck is sent into the Avs zone. Taves to collect. Pushes it around the zone to Malinsky. Chips it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon has Landeskog with him. Landeskog gets it after it's deflected away. Landeskog loses it to Marner. Manson gets it to Taves. 6 minutes left. Puck deflected out. Dowd coming in. Pushes past Kulak. Tried to do a wraparound. Not able to get there. MacKinnon pushes it to Kulak. Kulak up ice to Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly gets hit. Dowd collects and dumps it in the zone. Over the head of Wedgwood. Burns gets it out to Drury. Drury chips it forward off of McNabb. Drury loses it on the boards. Out skates Sissons. Puck goes around the boards. Off of Brennan Saad's head, it looks like. He looks like he's got a kind of skating there, kind of odd. 5 minutes left. Malinsky down deep. Drops it back to Manson. Manson to Kadri. Kadri dumps it in deep. Colton to collect. Spins it around the boards. Shot on net. I couldn't even see from where, because ESPN thought that they should have the logo of all the Vegas goal scorers on the screen, so I couldn't see the bottom. I don't give a crap about Dorofeev and Eichel. Puck sent around the boards by, I couldn't tell if that was Kadri or Landeskog. It was Kadri. Puck deflected up out of the air. Taves to Burns. Burns to Nichushkin. Nichushkin to the middle of the ice. Kind of gets out-muscled. Drury tries to go center to Nelson. Or it's Waugh, my bad. Nelson down low, up top to Taves. Taves out to Burns. Burns takes the shot. Deflected off the guy in front of him. Puck comes out. Taves collects. Gets the guy across. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Taves around the boards. Nelson's got it. Goes up top to Burns. Burns with the one-timer off of Carter Hart and comes out. Puck sent up. Howden just takes the shot off of Wedgwood. Necas stops, waits for his lineman to get on the ice. Malinsky backhands it up the ice. MacKinnon chases it, and they called icing on it even though MacKinnon had the inside lane on it. That's ridiculous. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe that. How can you call icing there? MacKinnon has the inside lane. I'm at the point where Devon Taves needs to be put to the second line, and the first line needs to be Kulak and Malinsky. Taves has been a passenger this whole game. Oh, don't you love it when your team just throws it away? 3:16 left on the clock. That's all the Avs have left to tie it up. Two goals were a little over 2 minutes apart. Avs need a goal in the worst way right now.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
I can't believe it. I don't know how you miss a cross check to the teeth. Face off at center ice. Nick Waugh with the face off. Avs win the face off. Brent Burns with the puck sends it forward. Deflected by Vegas on or in the zone. Carter Hart plays it out. Puck is sent out of play, so the face off will come into the Vegas zone. MacKinnon did get to that. That was ridiculous. I'd love if this game went 7. Or if this series went 7. If we lose this one, going 7 would mean we get back into it. But first, the Avs would have to get back into it. Drury with the face-off versus Eichel. Drury loses it. Rasmus Anderson sends it all the way down the ice. That should be icing. Wow, they called it right this time. Maybe it is. We've still got plenty of hockey left, though, to decide this one. Avs scored one with the goalie pulled in the last game. Let's do it again. Although that was 6-on-4. Oh, the Avs are pulling the goalie now. Wedgwood's on the bench, so 6-on-5 right now. Empty net. MacKinnon with the face-off. Avs lose it. Puck is along the boards right now. Not enough Avs players at the point right now. If it squeaks out, they're going to be in trouble. Pinned up against the boards. Puck came out, collected by Taze. Taze gets it out to the boards, but it comes back out. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Goalie is pulled. Avs shoot it around the net. And the puck comes all the way out. 2:20. Nelson down low. Dragged down a little bit. Puck is behind the net. Avs aren't able to get a hold of it just yet. Puck goes all the way down the ice. It's going to go wide of the net, so we're going to see an icing. That was a big waste of a minute. Here is Nelson with the face-off now. MacKinnon on the left side. Taze on the ice with 5 forwards with him. Kadri, Nelson, MacKinnon, Necas, and Landeskog. Vegas won the face-off. Puck came up in the air. Landeskog able to get it out to Kadri. Avs finally possessed the puck. Pinched in deep. Up against the boards. Nelson gets it to Kadri up top and out to MacKinnon. MacKinnon slaps it around. Necas doesn't have a stick. Puck is sent out. Necas needs to go get his stick. MacKinnon sidesteps a guy, dumps it in deep. Vegas takes a shot on net, dropped down by Taze. Taze collects it back in the zone. 1:20 left on the clock. Shot from the slot was Nelson. Nelson wasn't able to get it. Barbashev sidesteps a guy and gets the empty net goal. Vegas takes the 3-1 lead. Colorado threw this game away. Avs only got one shot on net for the 6-on-5. Not able to get it to go. Still an opportunity for the Avs, but things are looking bleak. And that's because ESPN wanted to talk about how the Avs were 45-0 after leading through two periods. And the last time they lost was against Dallas in Game 7 last year. Puck was centered on net. No one able to collect it at the point. Malinsky dragged down from his stick. Puck is sent around the boards. Puck is sent into the slot, not kept in. Burns on the outside. Burns is going to shoot it in. The Avs are going to go to collect. Around the boards. Shot from the slot is Nichushkin, not able to get it. Little backhand sauce from Ross Colton. Shot from the slot by Lehkonen. Colton lost his lid. Burns not able to keep the puck in. That'll be game. Avs lost it there. Yet again, the Avs really can't perform a full 60-minute game. That's going to be final. That was the absolute implosion of the year. I don't think there's a chance that the Avs like blow that game if they have Cale Makar. Cale Makar needs to get healthy like yesterday. It wasn't even the defense that was that bad. It was the offense from the defense that was that bad. Devon Toews couldn't clear a puck to save his life. I was sick of watching him play defense by the end of the night. Like, he played solid, but whenever it came to getting the puck out of the offensive zone, the Avs could not do it. There has been time and time again where I've seen the Avs try to flick the puck out of the zone, and it just goes nowhere. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to Jack Eichel interview. Avs literally had this game through the first 48 minutes of the game and absolutely gave it away. First goal from Eichel was a pretty soft one from Wedgwood, and then the one right after goes bar down on the turnover from Toews trying to clear the puck. The Avs are getting in their own way. There was a lot of miscues. Multiple times I saw players skate into each other, and on that clearing attempt from Toews, he got tangled up with Nelson. Nelson gets out of the way or just takes over the puck. The Avs don't have that, give up that second goal. Other thing I would like to see, I would like to see the top line score a dang goal. I'm sick of it. Sick to my stomach after this game. Just you've got to play better hockey than that. I'm never one to complain about officiating, but I don't understand how you don't call a penalty on the cross-check to the face on Necas there. If you're concerned about something, call the penalty. If you're that concerned, if it's a high stick, you could call a 4-minute, and then you could review it. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Guy got chopped in the jaws. Yeah, he was just too close to the post on that one. He gave up way too much of the far side of the net. Yep. That second goal, I think it just, the puck came out randomly and he did not see it. This team has to fight harder than that. They looked good through 2 periods. And then in the third period, they imploded. The period we're supposed to be the best at. Sure, we had more shots on goal, but they had 3 goals. So that doesn't mean squat. And the whole difference is Vegas's top line can score. That's the difference. MacKinnon, Necas, Landeskog have combined for 1 goal. And that was Landeskog's goal when we were down 3-1 yesterday, trying to get it on the 6-on-5. And that was on a power play. So it was a 6-on-4. And the Avs had every opportunity at the beginning of the period to take a commanding lead with 1.5 power play opportunities. It was the most disinterested looking power play I've ever seen. Avs are getting goalied yet again by Carter Hart, by a goalie who was like .875 in the regular season. I just don't get it at this point. I don't get it. Defensive breakdown after defensive breakdown. I'm not gonna lie to you, Zach. That's what it feels like. It just there was a line change that I watched where 4 Avs players were skating as slow as humanly possible to get off the ice. That was the most disinterested group of people I've ever seen in my life. That was horrific. Skate better not be optional now. Well, the only way that the fans are going to get behind the Avs in this is if the Avs go and take both games in Vegas. If the Avs can go and take both games in Vegas, that'd be amazing. And that is the Avs' first loss since last playoffs against Dallas, leading going into the third period that the Avs have lost. Monumental collapse. Gotta love it. I need this hockey team to fight like they did against Minnesota. Minnesota was so much more of a better team than this. There's no reason we should be not getting goals past. We can't get pucks past Carter Hart, but we could get them past Jesper Wallstedt, who was top 5 in the league in save percentage. Carter Hart was probably in the bottom 10. He may be having a hot playoffs, but gosh, that's pathetic. Well, I didn't want it to go to overtime, but this is not what I had in mind. There's no reason that a team this deep and a team this fast and a team this strong. Martin Necas had 100 points in the season. MacKinnon had like 130. Both of them have... MacKinnon has what? An assist? And that's it? We can't get anything going from our top guys? Where'd the chemistry that was going at the beginning of the year go? Bednar started the game with the same lines as the last game. He needed to just... The lines we had to end the last game is what we needed to keep. Well, the coach we have for power play is Dave Hackstall, the old Seattle Kraken head coach. And the power play is just diminished over the years. I think we're at like 23.5% for the postseason, which is not bad, but those numbers are highly inflated after playing Minnesota, who had like the absolute worst penalty kill in the entire playoffs. I think that's 90% of the reason we beat Minnesota was the fact that their penalty kill was so bad. Vegas has one of the best penalty kills. Not only that, they've got an offensive penalty kill. They got Mitch Marner on the penalty kill. This Vegas team is getting bounces left and right. Colorado can't get anything. Colorado can't get a call. Colorado can't get any fight. You drop both your home games when you're supposed to have home ice advantage. One of the best home teams in the NHL. Now you need to go prove why you're the best road team in the NHL. If the Avs don't bounce back in Game 3, it's going to be probably an insurmountable mountain to climb. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll see how the series goes. Then, keep your hopes up. Let your frustrations out now. Be ready for the next game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out our channel and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good night, everybody.